Hello, guys. Well, can you believe it? Arsenal have done a signing, a real life signing. I suppose you can believe it because it's relatively typical of Arsenal this time of year, especially if it's been a disappointing campaign. They try and get something done early, often before the season ticket renewals. We're now, 2 days away from those needing to be in. So, probably not some coincidence about the announcement of this signing. We've seen the likes of Podolski and Xhaka both done before the end of May, before June the 6th now, and we've announced Sead Kolasinac. Um, but this deal, I think, was done some time ago. It's a Bosman transfer. He's been able to negotiate since January. There was reports of interest from AC Milan, but Arsenal have won the race. I think all the press photos and the medical happened a few weeks ago now. So I think they're just letting it out now. I mean, there's plenty of good news around the club at the moment, and obviously maybe those ticket renewals are in the mind of the PR chiefs at Arsenal. But it is a good signing. It's a little reminiscent to me of the Granit Xhaka signing. There's several reasons for that. I mean, he's a fiery, physical, left-footed player with his heritage from the southeast of Europe who's been playing in the Bundesliga. Like Xhaka, he arrives at a good age. He turns 24 this month. He's entering the peak years of his career. And when you look at the ages of our other two left-backs currently on the books, that's not necessarily the same case. Kieran Gibbs seems perennially young, but actually he turns 28 in September. He might be on the downward trajectory now, the downward curve of his career, and that's worrying because he never really hit the heights expected. And as for Nacho Monreal, he turns 32 next season. To put that in some perspective, that's the age Per Mertesacker is right now, and there's a lot of talk about what a feat it was, for him to come back and play the cup final, and could he be retiring? Well, Monreal, he's not too far away from that age himself, so although he had a good end to the season, he's no spring chicken. What are we getting in Kolasinac? Well, I think we are getting a real attacking left-sided defender. This is a guy who got 5 assists in the Bundesliga last season. Now, Hector Bellerin, you can't think of many more attacking fullbacks or wingbacks than him. He got just 4, so he's very productive. There were a few goals in there too. 23 chances created in the Bundesliga. Bellerin created 29, so it's a comparable number. And again, show exactly how attacking he is. Monreal created just 12 chances last season. And if you're thinking that the amount of appearances they made could be influencing that, 24 Bundesliga appearances for Kolasinac, 33 for Bellerin. So this is a guy who's very, very productive, especially in the final third. But he is strong defensively too. You can see from looking at him, he's when you watch him play, he's broad, he's got a bit of stature about him. He's taller than Nacho Monreal, and he's better in the air. I mean, Monreal's very solid in the air, but he won just 46% of his headers last season, 56% for Kolasinac. This is a guy who won't be beaten too easily on diagonals, and who should be well suited to the physicality of the Premier League. It's an interesting transfer because, Arsenal probably started negotiating this deal several months ago, and the goalposts have actually moved significantly since then. Arsenal were playing 4-4-2 at the time, and we're probably thinking of Kolasinac as a pure left-back in a flat-back 4. And also at the time, Nacho Monreal was in terrible form. He was struggling without much protection and looked vulnerable. That's all changed. Arsenal have moved to a back 3. Now, that is a system that suits Kolasinac very, very well indeed. He's played it for Schalke plenty. It allows him to bomb on. And the good news is, it allows Arsene Wenger to play with two truly attacking fullbacks. If you think in the past, he's always liked to have one that goes forward, one who's more conservative. If he has 3 centre-backs, he can afford to have, as he did in the cup final, say an Oxlade-Chamberlain and a Bellerin. He can really go for it. On the other side of the coin, Monreal's form has recovered in that system. And I think there's going to be a genuine battle there between the two of them. It looked like Kolasinac was arriving as an undisputed first choice. Now it's hard to call. But, as I said, Monreal not too young himself. And I think as he ages, he's going to be increasingly suited to a role in that back 3 as a left-sided centre-half. Arsenal have got to stick with that system next season. It was so beneficial. And I think actually Monreal is perfect in that back 3. A bit like Azpilicueta, the guy who started as a full-back in a 4, comes inside in a 3, and that leaves that left wing-back berth for Kolasinac. It's not good news for Kieran Gibbs. Surely this is, his final season at Arsenal. He'll be off this summer, and Monreal can cover for Kolasinac at left wing-back, but primarily play as a centre-half. With his age, this is his time, and Monreal's going to settle more in that central role. Kolasinac, a true wing-back, truly suited to the new formation. All right, guys, that's today's video. As I said, I'm going to keep them coming, hopefully every single day this month and maybe beyond, depending on success. Please subscribe and watch the old videos. I think that'll be there. But do subscribe, and that way you'll get the videos easy. And it'll do me a big favour. Right, cheers. I'm out. A signing. Can you believe it?